my first impressions are, because I
wanted to create just
tasking, keep working through so many things, and the speed is superb. So it's able to maintain my asks, my demands, my speed, and my regeneration. Tasking, keep working
I don't
through
believe
so
in
many
settling
things,
down.
and
I want to try
these
new
new
things.
So it's
And
able to
technology
maintain
is
my
going to be the
asks,
biggest disruptor
my
of this
demands,
decade.
my speed.
We
and
are
my
hoping that
regeneration.
we just ride the
Tasking,
wave.
keep
I
working
don't
through
believe
so
in
many
settling
things,
down.
and
I want to
the
try
speed
new
is
things.
superb. So it's
And
able to
technology
maintain
is
my
going to be the
asks,
biggest disruptor
my
of this
demands,
decade.
my speed.
My name is Karan Virvani.
It's able to
Technology
maintain
is
my
going to be the
asks,
biggest disruptor
my
of this
demands,
decade.
my speed.
My name is Karan Virvani.
It's able to
Technology
maintain
is
my
going to be the
asks,
biggest disruptor
my
of this
demands,
decade.
my speed.
My name is Karan Virvani.
It's able to
Technology
maintain
is
my
going to be the
asks,
biggest disruptor
my
of this
demands,
decade.
my speed.
My name is Karan Virvani.
It's able to maintain my asks, my demands, my speed.
My name is Karan Virvani.
It's able to maintain my asks, my demands, my speed.
My name is Karan Virvani.
It's able to maintain my asks, my demands, my speed.
My name is Karan Virvani.
It's able to maintain my asks, my demands, my speed.
My name is Karan Virvani.
It's able to maintain my asks, my demands, my speed.
My name is Karan Virvani.
It's able to maintain my asks, my demands, my speed.
My name is Karan Virvani.
melting pot of cultures that really just shines. It's so many things that come together to make one beautiful thing. And that's exactly what Project Well, a few months ago, I had the pleasure of being in Mumbai when we launched the OnePlus 6. And of course, the energy in that room was amazing as well. And that's exactly the same. Well, a few months ago,
Thank you. However, building and growing a brand is a team effort. And here in India, we've been really fortunate to have found great partners, such as Amazon India and Chroma, who've been with us along the way. And without them, we wouldn't be here. So thank you. Before continuing, I'd like to welcome Shalini from the Amazon team up here to share a few words about her thoughts for tonight. Building and growing a brand is a team effort. And here in India, we've been really fortunate to have found great partners, such as Amazon India and Chroma, who've been with us along the way. And without them, we wouldn't be here. So thank you. Before continuing, I'd like to welcome Shalini from the Amazon team up here to share a few words about her thoughts for tonight. Building and growing a brand is a team effort. And here in India, we've been really fortunate to have found great partners, such as Amazon India and Chroma, who've been with us along the way. And without them, we wouldn't be here. So thank you. Before continuing, I'd like to welcome Shalini from the Amazon team up here to share a few words about her thoughts for tonight. Building and growing a brand is a team effort. And here in India, we've been really fortunate to have found great partners, such as with us along the way. And without them, we wouldn't be here. So thank you. building and growing. And our community, they love OnePlus products. And every time we launch a new product, we see an incredible amount of passion and love. And I think the numbers speak for themselves. OnePlus is once again the #1 premium smartphone brand in India with over 30% of market share. And it's not... Thank you. And it's not just a fluke or luck. This is actually the second consecutive quarter in which we're #1. So once again, I'd like to take this opportunity to thank our community, partners, and also the OnePlus team. Thank you, guys. And the OnePlus momentum story keeps growing globally. In Western Europe, we're now the #4 premium smartphone brand. And a big part of this has been through partnerships, finding partners to make our products more and more available and who also believe in our mission. And when we just started, we only had one office in the UK. And now we have offices in 10 different countries across the continent. So it's been really exciting to witness all this growth. And as you may know, yesterday we launched the OnePlus 6T in our biggest US launch event ever. And some of you might not know that something incredible happened at the event. I'm not going to spoil the secret. I'll show you a video instead.
So this is Taylor. He's been one of the best New York City fans that we've had, right?
Yes.
Always been loyal to OnePlus. But so, you know, I'd want to give him an award today, but that's actually not what we want to talk about today, right?
No, what I really want is actually.
Oh, yes.
No. Yes. No. Yes. Oh, yes.
What do you guys think? I think the OnePlus community is incredible. So Taylor, if you're watching, congratulations once again. And if you're not Taylor, please congratulate Taylor on Twitter. It's been only a day since we launched the OnePlus 6T, and already the media have given us great reviews. So I'll share a few here. Wired UK called OnePlus 6T the most important phone we've ever made. Ars Technica said it's amazing value with an even more amazing fingerprint reader. And Tom's Guide said the OnePlus 6T's magical sensor works like a charm. Yesterday was also significant for a different reason. We finally announced our partnership with T-Mobile in the US. And this was a huge moment for us because I still remember when we were just starting out, we were joking, but we knew we also had to first build a reputation for ourselves. And now we finally did it. So with this partnership, OnePlus products will be available in over 5,000 stores across the country. So we're really excited to see the OnePlus community in the US grow significantly from here on out. So many people ask, how is it that OnePlus could achieve so many different things in just a few short years? Well, I think we have three elements to this: our product philosophy, our community, and learning together with them, as well as our more long-term approach when it comes to customer service. So product is, of course, the most important thing for us. And when we talk about product, we look at the holistic experience, from hardware to software to design. It's not just the specs alone, because we believe that the whole is much greater than the sum of its parts. So by knowing what's important, but also focusing on the tiniest detail, we can ensure that every piece of the product builds towards the whole experience. So again, it's not about specs, features, or gimmicks. Everything we do has to benefit the end consumer. And the second secret to our success is our community. We have a lot of programs. We have beta programs, we have offline events, where we collect feedback and discuss with our community how OnePlus could be better together. And here in India, we recently hosted our first ever Open Ears offline event in Goa this July. And here's a video from that event. Today we are in Goa. This is our first Open Ears event here in India. Community members from all over India fly in here to give our company feedback on the future direction of it.
I think India is the most passionate about OnePlus. We were expecting maybe 100 or 200 people applying for Open Ears. We get over 2,000 applicants.
The most important thing for this session has been product. We looked at the product, what are all the problems that people could identify, and then we worked on the solution. We looked at the product, what are all the problems that people could identify, and then we worked on the solutions together.
It's a long overdue event here in India, but it means a lot because you can quickly get a feedback instantly. We will have like workshops where we will ask face-to-face opinions and users will provide feedback.
We discussed about marketing strategies, we discussed about product, we discussed about software. OnePlus encouraged everyone to have an active participation and give their honest feedback so that they can improve on their products and services. It's really important for them as a company and for us as a user to be heard.
When you meet them face to face, the discussions go to a whole new level because you're understanding their mindset, you're understanding how they use the different features, you get to brainstorm, you get to debate. What this will help us with is to foster the notion of building the product together.
For me, OnePlus it's an emotion, it's a passion, it's about specs, it's about the pricing they come up with and the way they deal people with. So that's OnePlus for me.
I still remember this story from this Open Ears event in Goa. One of our attendees, who also happens to be here tonight, he had to cut his family vacation in Europe short just to be there on time. And this is a person who has also owned every single OnePlus device, starting from the OnePlus One. And to Goa, he brought all of his devices with him. So we're always constantly surprised by the love and passion we see from our community. So I would like to, once again, take this opportunity to thank the entire OnePlus family out there for all the energy, passion, and belief. Thank you, guys. And the final piece is service. If the product is what attracts people, then service is what builds loyalty. When it comes to service, we don't just look at the moment of sale. What's equally important is the long-term customer relationship, because that's how word of mouth and loyalty is formed. And that's why we've been focused a lot on software. Today, we probably have one of the best Android security updates and version update policies in the industry. When it comes to after sales, we're proud to say that we have 18 exclusive service centers and now 32 authorized service centers across the country. And our team is always thinking about ways to make your experience with OnePlus even better. So one of the latest things we've done is that we now provide really great coffee in our service locations. And we prepared a little video to show you what goes into having the perfect cup of coffee.
When you visit OnePlus, you will be served a cup of hot, premium coffee. How do we know it's premium? Because Matt says so. And Matt knows what it takes to make truly great coffee. You see, the beans are chosen from the best estates in South India. These beans need just the right amount of rain and sun to mature. And also the love and attention of the best farmers in the business, like our guy Karun here. Only the finest beans are then hand-picked and passed on to Matt's roastery, where he roasts with just the right amount of heat applied at just the right times. It's a science, really. How does he make sure they get it right? Well, he samples every batch, every day. Yes, that's a lot of coffee. Matt doesn't need much sleep anyway. All this might sound like a lot of work for a cup of coffee, and it is. But to us, coffee isn't just a hot beverage, it's a cup of possibilities. The key is to never settle, even with coffee, because you deserve the best.
So please visit one of our service locations, try our coffee, and let me know what you think. Number one is R&D. So we'll be setting up an R&D center in Hyderabad to be closer to our Indian community, as well as our network of partners over here. And this will help us drive product innovation, as well as improved localization for this market. Two, our experience stores have been really well received by our community as not only great places to see our devices, but also to meet and share ideas. And we're doubling down on this effort with new experience stores in Bangalore, Mumbai, Delhi, and Pune in the months ahead. And finally, we want to keep making our products more and more available. And that's why we're very proud to announce that we've partnered up with one of India's most trusted retail brands, Reliance Digital. And finally, we want to keep making our products more and more available. And that's why we're starting next week, OnePlus products will be available at Reliance Digital. So please check our website for the detailed locations. And finally, so that's what's been keeping us busy. But I think most of you here are here for a different reason. You're here because you're hungry for the latest technology. And it just happens to be so that our team has been working really hard on something really tasty to share with you guys. So introducing the OnePlus Fajita. See, for every product we have an internal code name. So here's a few more. Do you recognize these? Some of you do, I know. Tell you what, the first person who tweets me the right answer wins the OnePlus Fajita, also known as the OnePlus 6T. And here it is, the OnePlus 6T. Thank you, guys.
I'm super excited to be here and to once again bring our products to our Indian community. But first, just like Carl mentioned before, we believe that great product is way more than just some of its parts. And we believe that the spec sheet is not really the most important part of this presentation. So actually, Carl challenged me to go through the key specs in less than a minute. Do you guys think I can make it? All right, let's try then. And start. Screen unlock. 6.41 inches AMOLED display protected by Gorilla Glass of 6th generation. Most powerful processor, Qualcomm Snapdragon 845. Up to 8 GB of fast LPDDR4 memory and up to 256 GB of UFS 2.1 ROM memory with support to dual lane. 3,700 milliamp hours battery with fast charge and 38 global bands with support for MIMO 4x4. 16 plus 20 megapixel cameras on the back with optical image stabilization and electronic image stabilization with focal of 1.7 and front camera with 16 megapixel. And on top of it all, Oxygen OS based on Android Pie. All right, let's read. Electronic image stabilization with focal of 1.7. So let's move on to what's really important in this keynote, and let's start with the screen. Based on Android Pie. So when it comes to the screen experience, we are striving to bring you guys as much screen on the phone as possible without making phone larger. Our phase major breakthrough we've been able to achieve with the OnePlus 5T. And since then, we are taking a step forward towards the fully bezel-less experience. With the OnePlus on the phone as possible without making phone larger. The OnePlus 6T, we have shrunk the notch, and also we have reduced the top bezel by 0.5 millimeters, giving you much more space in a status bar area for a more unobstructed viewing experience. The OnePlus 6T, on the bottom of the device, we also shrunk the bottom bezel by 1.5 millimeters, and even though the one on OnePlus 6 was already pretty small, we've been able to make some improvements to it. With both of these combined, we've been able to achieve an amazing screen of 6.41 inches diagonal. The interesting fact is that even though we have shrunk our bottom bezel, where the antennas are placed, we've been able to actually achieve a better antenna performance, as well as support more carriers in more countries. But I'd like to take a moment to explain you guys why we believe that more screen is so important. So first, more screen provides you with a more immersive experience. You're able to be more involved into whatever you're viewing on your screen. And second, it also enhances your productivity because it gives you more viewing area in whatever app or whatever thing you're using on your smartphone. So for example, we have two screenshots. This one is on OnePlus 6, this one on OnePlus 6T. And as you can see, even though the form factor remains the same, we've been able to fit this one extra line that in this case represents the name of the author of this photo. But we not only care about giving you more screen, but we also care about making the screen beautiful. So we believe that we are bringing you one of the best OLED screen available. We've put a lot of efforts to calibrate the color, but we've also given you a way to customize it. So we are bringing you 5 profiles. The default one, sRGB, DCI-P3, adaptive mode, and a custom color. And to ensure that this beautiful display is well protected, we've upgraded to Gorilla Glass of 6th generation. It's up to twice as durable as the one of 5th that you can find on, for example, OnePlus 6. But I think that you guys are also interested in something else that is on the front of our device and eager to hear more about it. But first, please raise your hands, whoever is still using OnePlus 5. Oh, I can see many hands. That's great. So OnePlus 5 was our last phone with fingerprint scanner on the front. And with OnePlus 5T, we wanted to give you a more immersive screen experience, but it means the trade-off of putting fingerprint scanner to the back. And we believe that, and we've heard from you guys that many of you still sticks to OnePlus 5 or even older devices, because for you, this way of unlocking from the front of the device is the most convenient and the most natural. At OnePlus, our mission is to share the best technology with the world. And with OnePlus 6T, we've been able to push the boundaries of what's possible. We think that we are bringing you a truly refined device, the one that not only provides you with the most immersive screen experience, but also the best way to unlock your device.
We as humans have always wanted to shape our future, so we unlocked the creativity within. We invented, discovered, reinvented, and rediscovered. We long to see what has never been seen, to do what's never been done, and unlock our true potential. We've always been opening up better experiences for ourselves, and we're not stopping now.
The screen unlock is a safe, convenient, and fast way to unlock your device, but it wasn't really always like that. Here's a OnePlus 5T prototype, and we actually could have implemented a similar technology into OnePlus 5T, but we've tested it precisely and we've decided it's not up to our expectations. It's just not good enough to do it. So the project was canceled at the stage of prototype. But right now, with OnePlus 6T, we've made a major breakthrough, and among all the in-display fingerprint scanner, we're bringing you the fastest one in the world. We've shaved these milliseconds over the last months, and now it only takes 0.34 seconds to unlock your phone. So let me explain how the technology works. After you place your finger on the fingerprint scanner on the front of the device, so the particular area in the screen will light it up, and the reflection of your finger will be received by the scanner that's placed underneath the screen. The scanner will send signal to the trust zone and will analyze whether the data received is matching the data that was stored in the very first place. We believe that trust zone is a key factor of this process. What trust zone is a feature of Qualcomm Snapdragon 845 that makes sure your fingerprint data is safely secured. This data cannot be accessed through any third party unless you allow for such thing, and it's also not stored online. We've conducted also multiple strict security tests with payments partners like MasterCard, Visa, or Google to make sure that we are bringing you not only convenient, but also a very secure way to unlock your device. And on top of it all, we are bringing you 3 different animations to pick from so you can design how you want your screen unlock to look like. Screen unlock is, thank you. We think that screen unlock is a leap forward in the way you use your phone, and we are very proud to bring you a solution that is unmatched in convenience, security, and speed. Take a look at the video visualizing that. Thank you. So now let's talk about design. Multiple times we were requested by our community to start making some cheaper mid-range devices. And I think once again I have to bring the sad news that we are not going to do it. And we are not going to do it because we just don't know how to do it. Making cheaper phones means compromising on materials used, on components, cutting corners here and there. And for us, if we want to make a cheaper phone, it would rank maybe like a 6 out of 10. But what we want to do is design phones that are timeless, design phones that are spoken of years after their release. Recently, we've been asked a couple of times to bring back the design of the classical and iconic design of the OnePlus One. And ever since, we are doing our best to bring to you guys a device that you will be delighted to look at and use. Device that would rank only 10 out of 10. And with the OnePlus 6T, we have retained a couple of key elements of our design. For example, the horizon line and the edges that represent a balance between round and sharp design are both present to make sure that your device is slim, beautiful, and comfortable to hold. And for us, with OnePlus 6T, great design means a seamless design. And we've been able to do a couple of things around it. First, we've moved the fingerprint scanner from the back to underneath the screen to make the back of the phone burdenless and more smooth. Also, in the front of the device, because we placed our camera better, we've moved the speaker to the top of the device. We've been able to give you this symmetrical look that looks very pleasing. I believe OnePlus 6T is a refined version of OnePlus 6 when it comes to design, and I hope you guys like what we've done with the device. So now, let's talk about the camera. Even though our camera got many positive reviews, so we started thinking, what does night photography mean for our users? What's the difference between what we are able to provide with OnePlus 6 versus what our users expect of us? And primarily, how can we improve it? So there are basically two directions to make night photos look better, either through hardware or through software. Problem with the hardware solution, so making the sensor larger, is that the phones are pretty slim, and because of the space limitations, we are not able to fit properly large sensor. So we've decided to make our improvements through software. So what we have come up with is what we call a nightscape. What nightscape is, it's basically, it utilizes the same principle as a Pro mode. So it will reduce the ISO, decrease the shutter speed, so that the sensor has more time to get more light into it. So as a result, you can achieve a very well lit photo, but the problem with that is that while holding it in hand with a Pro mode, you will achieve a shaky effect, because even the steadiest of hands cannot hold the phone as good as a Pro mode. So what we have done is we've developed an algorithm that would photos that are natural, photos that are neither too bright nor too dark, photos that help you, the solution that help you to capture the beauty of night, and photos that would look just like with a naked eye. Take a look at these photo examples of what we've been able to achieve. I think the quality of details is pretty impressive. And I think what's worth to notice is that they are not overblown, and you can clearly see even the signs. But what I think is that Thank you. I think you guys like it, so even more, I think that some of the OnePlus 6 users might think that they're missing out on some pretty cool feature. So I'm happy to announce that OnePlus 6 users will get Nightscape with software updates starting tomorrow. I think you guys know us and you know that for us it's more than about selling the last released phone. It's about building this meaningful relationship between us and our community. So let me talk a little bit about the next feature that you guys will get with software update tomorrow on OnePlus 6, the feature that we call Studio Lighting. So Studio Lighting is a feature that we've co-developed with well-known portrait photographer Kevin Abosch. Take a look at this video. So, how the Studio Lighting works is that whenever OnePlus camera will detect a face, it will apply a very light and subtle light effect onto the face. It's a similar effect that you can achieve if you go to a professional studio for a portrait shoot. Studio Lighting is not meant to make you look unnatural. It's not meant to modify features of your face. It's only meant to enhance them and let the natural beauty stand out. Next feature we're bringing to you with OnePlus 6T is that right now on the main screen of your camera, you'll have a quick access to Google Lens. Google Lens means that with the latest advancements in computer vision, you're able to translate text, scan QR codes, explore popular landmarks, learn about products online, and basically search what you see. But now, let's talk about battery. So when it comes to a battery, I'm happy to share that we've increased capacity of our battery from 3,300 to 3,700 milliamp hours. And also, we've made multiple software optimization, and we have came out with a couple of cool features that improve your battery life. One of them being sleep standby. So sleep standby is a feature that will learn your usage patterns, will detect when you're sleeping, and at the time of your sleep, it will decrease background processes so that you'll be sure you can get some more battery. We've tested our battery very precisely. This is the kind of test we're always using for a battery life. So we are simulating real-life usage, dividing usage time between these 7 categories. And with this test, we've been able to achieve a 23% better battery life comparing to OnePlus 6. Thank you. But we've also promised you guys good performance, fast and smooth performance. I know that many brands would focus probably on some flashy features that looks pretty good on keynotes, but for us, it's always been about being fast and smooth and provide you the best experience. I think the one quote that summarizes it best is less, but better. What I really think our software team is doing is a great umbrellas. I think anytime it's a raining day, you guys are getting home using your umbrella, you're getting home all dry, and I don't think any of you ever thought, oh, my umbrella is so cool. But when it's something wrong with it, it's leaking, it's bent, and you're getting home soaked, that's the time you start swearing at it. And I think it's same with software. And if your software is fast, stable, and efficient, this means you don't have to think about this, and this means we are doing our job right. We've established a special team that's focused on this one sole goal, Team FSE. To learn what we are doing, please check this video.
In 2015, OnePlus established the OS development team because we realized that the only perfect integration of software and hardware can bring our users the best experiences. Fast and smooth has long been our goal. So at Pete's request, the FSE team was founded. Now, let's hear their story.
My name is Omega Xu. I'm head of software department.
I'm Gary, head of software product operations.
My name is Shimon, and I lead Indian product team at OnePlus.
我叫刘慧胜，在软件的系统组做性能跟功耗相关的。
My name is Eldis, and I'm the technical leader of Android framework team.
我叫周峰，我在一家负责系统跟宽稳省的基础体验的优化。
FSC team is fast, stable, efficient project team. I think this is like a backbone of Oxygen OS.
I think it is very easy to make the thing is good, but it's very, very hard to make it perfect. Over the last 3 years, we have improved the fundamental experience that have been ignored by most of people.
We care about the detail because most of the user can feel the difference.
要把这个产品做精做细，从14年到现在，我觉得一直在惯行这个理念。
We are doing millisecond by millisecond improvement, or frame by frame, or even milliampere by milliampere.
为了提升屏幕响应2-3毫秒的优化，就跟我们 TV 的供应商做了很多的这种联调，我们来来回回应该调了可能几百次，供应商觉得我们疯了。
I can work with our CEO Pete. Pete is a person who very focused on detail.
Yeah, he really likes to be there on every stage of development. If I would have to use one word to describe OnePlus, I would say community.
We have a regular meeting face-to-face to communicate with users.
We are providing something that our community not only wants to use, but create with us.
The journey hasn't always been easy, but when we see how satisfied our users are with Oxygen OS, we know every sacrifice was worth it.
We understand our direction.